Ha! Wow, today's network is so serious, so bad. It's so bad. Sorry guys, that network cut me off again. I want to make sure I finish with the this topic. So Olodumare, relationship between Olodumare and our Orishas. So that's the topic. And sorry, give me that phone. Let me put do not disturb. Do not disturb. Okay, plug it back. So sorry guys, the network. I don't know. Some people are calling me. That's why it's cutting me off. So I'm waiting for you guys to come back. So let's finish with this topic: the relationship between Olodumare and our Orishas. So this is where I stopped. Kì í ṣe pé àwọn òrìṣà wọ̀nyí lè dá ohunkóhun ṣe fún àwọn olóòṣà, ṣùgbọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí èrò wọn, àwọn òrìṣà wọ̀nyí ní àǹfààní láti béèrè ohun tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Olódùmarè. So these orishas, our orishas, they have the opportunity to ask for help on our behalf from Olodumare. So that is where I stopped. So let's continue. Àwọn olóṣà dá ojúbọ òòṣà wọn sílẹ̀ kí wọ́n bá lè máa rí ibì kan pàdé nígbà tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ bọ òòṣà ni. You know, so our Orisha shrines, for is just like they are meeting point. They are meeting point for all our Olorishas. Okay, even though you go to India, they have what is called temple. Okay, so our Ojubo Orisha is just like a meeting point for us. So because there should be a meeting point where to meet to speak to our Orishas. Okay, so àwọn olóṣà dá ojúbọ òòṣà wọn sílẹ̀. So they created their shrine. You know, shrine, ojúbọ is shrine. So àwọn olóṣà, this olóríṣà created their ojúbọ òòṣà, their shrine, you know, so sílẹ̀ kí wọ́n bá lè máa rí ibì kan pàdé nígbà tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ bọ òòṣà. So we created our shrines, you know, the olorishas, the custodians of our orishas, you know. So they created shrines for them to have a meeting point whenever they want to offer sacrifice or whenever they want to appease our orishas. Okay, so nígbà mìíràn a máa ń rí èrè tí a fi nígbà mìíràn a máa ń rí èrè tí a fi amọ̀, igi tàbí irin ṣe lójúbọ òòṣà. Okay, let me say that again. Nígbà mìíràn a máa ń rí èrè tí a fi amọ̀ is clay, igi tree tàbí irin ṣe lójúbọ òòṣà. Nígbà mìíràn a máa ń rí sorry about that. Nígbà mìíràn a máa ń rí èrè tí a fi amọ̀, igi tàbí irin ṣe lójúbọ òòṣà. So if you want to know what the symbol of our orishas are made of tree or clay, you know, mold. You know, it's something, you know, we can mold, for instance, Ogo issue, you know, like issue image. We can mold issue image with clay. Then we use iron to carve the symbol of our orishas. Now, so why do we have to do this? So just pay attention. I am going to explain that in a moment. So nígbà mìíràn a máa ń rí èrè tí a fi amọ̀, igi tàbí irin ṣe lójúbọ. So what do we have in our shrines? We have what represent our orishas. We have the the image that represents our orishas, of course. So and that is what that said. So nígbà mìíràn a máa ń rí ère tí a fi amọ̀, igi tàbí irin ṣe lójúbọ èṣù. So we do see image made of tree or clay or iron in our shrine. Okay, so that we use any of them to carve the identity or this the identity or the the image of our Orisha. So we have that to serve as our symbol. It's a symbol. And if you go to other religions, they have the same thing. Some of them, some have stars or moon sign or cross or and thereabout. So àwọn olórìṣà ń ṣe irúfẹ́ ètò bẹ́ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àmì pàtàkì tí wọ́n lè rí ni. So just I've already said that we have these images to serve as a symbol. It's all about symbol. So do not let anybody deceive you that we are worshiping ions or trees, or no, they are symbols. They are symbols, and that is what they are meant for. So they serve as our symbols in our shrines. Okay, so bóyá bóyá láì ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ọkàn wọn kò ní sí nínú ohun tí wọ́n ń ṣe. Of course, so we connect with the sign, with the symbol that we have in our shrine is a way of connecting our heart and our soul, for us to connect, because it's all about connection. So when you connect your spirit, when you connect your body and soul to the Orisha, then our Orisha will answer your prayer, because you have to connect your energy. You understand? So you have to connect your energy to any of the Orishas. Okay? And because of the fact that they are no more with us, so we have to represent them with an image. Then it's just like a symbol. Then when we have the symbol, we will be able to connect with them. Okay? And the same way, in the Abamere religions, they have the same concept, because they have cross, they have image of Jesus, and they put it in front of their church. Whenever they want to pray, they stand in his front for them to connect to their own messenger, to their own message, whichever name they call them. They have a sign they use as well. They have a symbol they use to represent their belief. Okay, so and likewise, if you go to Saudi Arabia, there is a symbol of their Kaaba. It's just exactly exactly the same thing with what we have, because we need a sign to connect us to our Orishas. Okay, so that is the reason. So we have that symbol for us to be connected to the Orisha. So we are not worshiping those things. We are not seeing those things as our God, but we believe that they are not with us. Our Orishas are not with us, but we need an identity. We need something to connect us. We need a symbol, right? That is that. So Orisha mìíràn wà tí wọ́n ń kọ́lé fún ère rẹ̀. There are some Orishas that we build house for the image. We build house. Some of them we have to build a befitting house, apartment for them. Okay. The same way in Saudi Arabia, for this time, because I like to do comparison, because for you guys to know that we are not doing anything wrong and we are not doing anything strange. So the concept is the same thing. For this time, if you go to Saudi Arabia now, they have a place called Kaaba, and of course there is a stone called a black stone. So they build you must have been seeing that on TV, even though you have not gone to Saudi Arabia before. You must have been seeing that. They have what is called Kaaba. Then, of course, in the Kaaba, there is a stone attached to that Kaaba. So it means they have a building for their own identity, for their own symbol. Just like the way we have our own here. So there are some of our Orishas that we have to build a house for. We have to build an apartment for them. Okay, so that is what that is talking about. So òrìṣà mìíràn wà tí wọ́n ń kọ́lé fún èrè rẹ̀. Òmíràn sì wà tí kò sí ilé lórí rẹ̀ rárá. So there are some that we just put outside. There is no need like Ogun shrine now. So it's just about having ions, put at the backyard of your house. So you may not necessarily put such you may not necessarily put Ogun in your, you can't even put him inside, just have to be at the backyard. Then Eshu has to be outside as well. So there are some of our orishas that you have to build a house for, like I think I've seen one in this shop or not. Like I saw a deity. I mean the shrine and the image of Shopono is inside a house. So that is how it is. Some are outside while some are inside. Okay, so ohun pàtàkì tó gba àkíyèsí ní, let's continue, sorry. Ohun pàtàkì tó gba àkíyèsí ní ètò àwọn olóòṣà ní bí òòṣà wọn. Ohun pàtàkì tó gba àkíyèsí ní ètò àwọn olóòṣà níbi òòṣà wọn. Kì í ṣe gbogbo àwọn olóòṣà ló lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti náwó sí òrìṣà bíbọ. You can see this is very, very important, and I think I've been saying that to you that all of us cannot be babalawos and all of us cannot be custodians of our orishas, but of course all of us can receive blessing and can as well pray through our orishas to Olodumare. So all of us cannot be Olorishas and all of us cannot be babalawos. And what this book is saying now, that what is very important, there is something that is very important that you should know, and it is all the Olorishas, not all the Olorishas are eligible to appease or to stand in front of the Orisha to appease him or her. And that's exactly what this book is saying. Kì í ṣe gbogbo àwọn olóòṣà ló lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti náwó sí òrìṣà bọ. So not all the Olorishas are eligible to stand in front of the Orisha to appease him or her. And there is an adage in Yoruba land that do say that ẹni tó bá mọ ojú obì ní pa obì nírè. And there is another adage that says bí inú bá ṣe rí ni obì yàn. You are going to know why that adage is important in a moment. So ìwọ́n máa ń yan ènìyàn. Not all, when you have Olorishas, a group of Olorisha, so there must be someone who will be a leader who is going to be the one to always stand in front of the Orisha, of a particular Orisha, to appease him or her. So, and that's what this book is saying. Wọ́n máa ń yan ẹnìkan láàrin wọn ni. So they will have to choose one person. Okay? So, ẹni tí wọ́n bá sì ti yàn ni yóò máa bọ òòṣà lọ́jọ́kọ́jọ́ tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ bọ. So the person they have chosen among them is the one that will always appease the Orisha anytime, any day. That's exactly what that statement says. So wọ́n máa ń yan ẹnìkan láàrin wọn. So they will have to choose one person who will be a qualified. Let me use that phrase. A qualified person is the one that will be chosen to always appease the Orisha on behalf of others, on behalf of other Olorishas. So ẹni tí wọ́n bá sì ti yàn ni yóò máa bọ òòṣà lọ́jọ́kọ́jọ́ tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ bọ. I've said that. So ẹni tí a bá fi ohun kan yàn bẹ́ẹ̀ là ń pè ní àwòrò. Ẹni tí a bá fi ohun kan yàn bẹ́ẹ̀ là ń pè ní àwòrò. So we call the leader of the Olorishas Aworo. That is the person who is in charge, or who is the leader, who is the one to stand in front of the Orishas to appease him or her. So we call him Aworo. That is the name we call him. So if you have been hearing the word Aworo, that means he is the leader of his group of Olorisha, of his fellow Olorishas. So he is the one who will always appease the Orishas on behalf of other Olorishas. So we choose one person to stand in front of the Orishas, because not all Olorishas who can stand in front of Orishas to appease him or her. Okay, so they will have to choose someone who is called Aworo. So that is for male. For men, that is called Aworo for men. Then for woman, ìyẹn tí ó bá jẹ́ ọkùnrin tàbí ìyá olóòṣà bí ó bá jẹ́ obìnrin. Then if it's a female or women, or if it's a woman, we call her ìyá olóòṣà. For men we say àwòrò. Then for women we say ìyá olóòṣà. Okay, so that is the leader. That is the person who will stand in front of the orishas, in front of any of our orishas, to appease him or her. So ipò gíga ni ipò àwòrò tàbí ìyá olóòṣà níbi òòṣà. I've said that. So they are the leaders. Ipò gíga, they are of a high hierarchy. The olorishas, the ìyá olóòṣà or àwòrò, they are the leader. They are the leaders of the olorishas. Okay, so because they are the ones who take care of the orishas, they are the ones who stand in front of the orisha to appease him or her. So they are of high hierarchy. So they are leaders. Okay, so that's why ipò gíga ni ipò àwòrò tàbí ìyá olóòṣà níbi òòṣà. I think I'm still live. Okay, I'm live. So níbi òòṣà, ó tún di ìgbà tí àwòrò tàbí ìyá lóòṣà tí a yàn yìí bá kú kí a tún tó yan ẹlòmíràn. So until when such ìyá lóòṣà or àwòrò passed away before another person could be chosen. Okay, so he has to be àwòrò, or she has to be àwòrò for the rest, or ìyá lóòṣà for the rest of his or her life. Okay, so ẹni tí ó bá ní ìmọ̀ dáradára nípa òòṣà la máa ń yàn. So someone who is very knowledgeable as far as the appeasement of Orisha is concerned, is the one that we choose. Okay, so and that's why I said the person must be a qualified Olorisha. Then what makes someone a qualified Olorisha? That person must have experience, and that person must be a very good person. So we'll get to that. So ẹni tí ó bá ní ìmọ̀ dáadáa nípa òòṣà la máa ń yàn. I've said that. Irúfẹ́ ènìyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ sì gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ẹni tí kò ní ìwà àgàbàgebè. Can you see now that our belief system is very, very upright, and our belief system is not evil? You can see the qualification of someone who will be either àwòrò or ìyá lóòṣà. The person must be a very straightforward person. He or she must be very, very straightforward, and that is the qualification. The number one qualification is the person who understands the appeasement of the Orisha. Then number two, the person must be very, very upright and straightforward. So he mustn't be a very corny person. Alágàbàgebè. Irúfẹ́ ènìyàn kò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ẹni tí kò ní ìwà àgàbàgebè. The person must not be a corny person. He must be a straightforward person. Okay, bí ó bá jẹ́ oníjàdí tàbí alágàbàgebè ni, tó bá jẹ́ pé oníjàgídíjàgan tàbí alágàbàgebè, that is, if the person that you are choosing as the leader of your orishas or of your orisha is a very bad person, very dangerous person, or very wicked, or very untruthful person, wọn kò ní yàn, so the person will not be chosen. So even though the person is very knowledgeable and qualified, but if the person is a very bad person, he or she will not be chosen. So wọ́n á ní bí wọ́n bá yàn. So if they choose such a person, irúfẹ́ ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ òrìṣà wọn kò ní gba ẹbọ tí wọ́n bá rú sí i. Can you see now that, or did you just hear what I read? For those of you who are Yorubas, we believe that our orishas are straightforward spirits. They are straightforward messengers. So they do not condone nonsense. They do not condone bad characters, or they do not that is exactly why you see that the reason why our belief system in Nigeria or in Africa or Yoruba land, the reason why our leaders are not embracing it is because they are they are much more comfortable where they are. They know that in the Yoruba religion they can do whatever they want and go away with it. But our Orishas will not allow you to do anything and to do wrong and go scot-free. And that is why you see all our Orishas, all our traditionalists, all our leaders in Isese, they are very, very respectable kind of people, because they cannot just be a follower of Orishas and be doing bad things and be bad or be lying. That is why you see them. They are well respected and they are well well, they don't, you can't just see them in a very bad place, or you just see them doing bad things, or snatching people's wife or thereabout. So we see because they understand the consequence. They know that when they are bad to people, the Orishas they are following will deal with them. And that is the reason why you see them being very careful. You understand what I'm saying? Am I still live? Okay, I'm live. So let's continue, because I want us to finish with this topic so that I can start another topic tomorrow, another very interesting topic. So okay, I think I'm done with that. So bí ó bá jẹ́ oníjàádì tàbí alágàbàgebè ni wọn kò ní yàn, wọn á ní bí wọ́n bá yàn irúfẹ́ ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀, òrìṣà wọn kò ní gba ẹbọ tí wọ́n bá rú sí i. Because when they choose a bad person, Orishas will not accept their offering. The Orisha will not accept their helper and sacrifice. Okay, that is why they do not choose. They don't choose bad people to head them. Bad people, they don't choose bad people to be their head of Olorisha. Okay, so àti pé bí irú fẹ́ ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ bá da obì níwájú òrìṣà kò ní yàn. You can see that, it is a common style or system that our Olorishas, they do cast kola nuts, whenever they want to check if their prayers are answered or not. So they do cast kola nuts, the 4 pairs, to check if their prayers are answered, and that is what we call yon, obi yon. So if the person that is heading the Orisha, the Olorisha, is a bad person, that means whenever the person casts kola, the kola will not be accepted. Obi no oni yon. So they believe that when they choose a very bad person to lead them, so whenever they cast kola nut to ask if their prayers are answered, the prayer will be turned down, because the person that is in charge of the Orisha is a very bad person. So that is it. Let's continue. So obi no oni yon. So ìdí nìyí tí àwọn Yorùbá fi ń pa òwe pé, you can see this is the reason why we Yorùbás do say an adage which says bí inú bá ti rí lobì yàn. So that is why we do say that just like the way your heart is exactly how the kola nut will be is exactly what the kola nut will speak out. So it's just like saying garbage in, garbage out. So when you are bad, when you cast kola nut, the kola nut will show you bad results. When you are good, the kola nut will show a good result. Okay, so that is it. So we believe that when you choose someone who is bad to lead, as a Olorisha, whenever such a person casts kola, the kola nut will not be accepted. Okay, so and in Yoruba we say bí inú bá rí ni obì yàn is an adage. So we say that the way our heart is will determine how our kola nut will be accepted. So èrò àwọn olóòṣà ni láti tú òòṣà wọn lójú. Èrò àwọn olóòṣà ni láti tú òòṣà wọn lójú kí inú rẹ̀ bá lè dùn láti ṣe ohun tí wọ́n ń fẹ́ fún wọn. So our belief as Yorubas is that we believe that we have to appease. That's why we use the word appease. We have to appease our Orishas for them to do what we want for us. So we have to give them offerings for them to do what we want for them. That is our belief. So ohun tí wọ́n lè fi tu òòṣà kan nínú yàtọ̀ sí ìkejì. So our orishas, like Ogun takes dog. So and other orishas like Oshun takes vegetable, ẹ̀fọ́ yánrin, ẹ̀fọ́ yánrin, like different. All our orishas, they do not take the same offerings, so they have different kinds of offerings they take. So the offering Orisha A would take is different from the offering Orisha B would take. And that's exactly what this book is saying. That ohun tí wọ́n lè fi tu òòṣà kan nínú yàtọ̀ sí ti ìkejì. So what we can use to appease Orisha A is different from what we can use to appease Orisha B. So bí a bá sì rí àwọn olóòṣà tí wọ́n wá fi epo, that is, when you see an Orisha using these items, number one, epo, palm oil, iyọ̀, salt, ori, shea butter, then omi, water, obi, kola nut, orógbó, bitter kola, adìyẹ, hen, ajá, dog, àgùntàn, sheep, àti àwọn ohun míì àtàwọn ohun mìíràn bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ rúbọ sí òòṣà wọn. Wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ láti fi ìmoore wọn hàn fún òòṣà wọn ni. So when we give all this to our orishas, all these items to our orisha, we are doing that to show appreciation to our orisha and as well to appease them. So lójú kan náà wọ́n á tún bẹ̀ẹ́ kí ó jọ̀wọ́ kí ó tọrọ fún wọn lọ́dọ̀ Olódùmarè ohunkóhun tí wọ́n bá ń fẹ́ lákòókò náà. So whenever we are given our orishas these offerings, we beg them to help us talk to Olodumare for our prayers to be answered. I said before now that our orishas cannot do anything without the approval of Olodumare. So our orishas cannot do anything without the approval of Olodumare. So we tip them. Let me put it like that. We have to tip them. We have to make them happy. Then while you are giving the offering, then you begin to pray. And I do say to you that our orishas are not magicians, so they only know how to appease our orishas. And when you are giving offering to the orisha, is what we mean by appeasement. And when you are doing that, you have to pray. So you have to say what you want in front of the orisha for your prayers to be answered. Okay? So àwòrò ni ẹni tó máa ń pe òòṣà. No, àwòrò ló máa ń, so is àwòrò. I've said that earlier. Àwòrò is the leader of all of the olorishas, of a particular olorisha, of a particular group of olorisha. So àwòrò is the head. So he is the one who do appease or who do call on the orisha. You do call on the particular orisha they want to call upon. Okay, so àwòrò ni ẹni tó máa ń pe òòṣà náà. Á pè kí ó sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá gbẹbọ wọn. Àwòrò will call the orisha to come down to come and accept their offering. To come and accept their offering. So orisha mìíràn wà tí à ń fi atare sẹ́nu pè. There are some of our orishas who you have to put. There are some orishas that we put that whenever we want to call them, whenever we want to call upon them, so we have to put alligator pepper in our mouth for them to chant their names and to chant their oriki for them to come down, Bẹ́ẹ̀ la ń fi omi lásán pe òmíràn, then we use water to call some as well. So we can use alligator pepper for some, to call some, to invoke. Let me use that language. So we can use alligator pepper, put alligator pepper in our mouth, chant their names, their oriki, and some other incantation that they know best to call upon such an orisha. And there are some of the orishas that we use water to invoke. So it's either we use atare, aligoto pepper, or water to invoke our orishas. Okay, so gbogbo àwọn olóòṣà ló ní èèwọ̀ wọn, you know, that is, all olorishas have their various taboos, right? So gbogbo àwọn olóòṣà ló ní èèwọ̀ wọn. All our olorishas have their different categories of taboos, you know, that they must they must not betray, you know, they have their taboos. Gbogbo àwọn olóríṣà ló ní èèwọ̀ wọn. Èyí ni ohun tí wọn kò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe. That is, there are some do's and don'ts that these orishas must always put into consideration in their day-to-day life. Okay, so there are some olorishas that must not wear any other cloth except white. So there are some who must always, you know, maybe there are some colors that they must not wear. There are some things they must not eat, and that is it. So irúfẹ́ àwọn ìwọ̀n wọ̀nyí wà lórí ohun tí kò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ ní pàtàkì. That is, there are some of these are olóríṣà. There are some of them who should not eat a certain food, right? So that's what this book is saying. Irúfẹ́ àwọn ìwọ̀n wọ̀nyí wà lórí ohun tí wọn kò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ ní pàtàkì. Most especially, some of them, they have some things they must not eat, some food they must not eat. Okay, so that is it. So àwọn mìíràn wà tí òrìṣà wọn kò gbọ́dọ̀ mu ẹmu. Some, you know, some people, some of our olorishas, some of them should not eat, should not drink palm wine. You know, some of them do not drink. Some of them do not drink palm wine. Àwọn kan wà tí òrìṣà wọn kò gbọ́dọ̀ mu omi ọjọ́ kejì. Some, you know, you can see omi ọjọ́ kejì means there are some who must not drink, you know, a leftover water. You know, these are the examples of the taboo that our olorishas must abide with. Àwọn mìíràn wà tí òrìṣà wọn kò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ obì. Some do not eat kola nut. Some do not eat kola nut. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn mìíràn kì í jẹ àdín. Àdín, you know, àdín is made of àdín, you know, I think is our àdín is oil like this. Is made of, I think it's made of something from the palm tree. So àdín, òrìṣà àkókò ni a fi bíbọ àwọn òrìṣà wọ̀nyí sí. Òrìṣà àkókò, you know, we have our orishas, they have their time of you know, they have their festive period, their festive time. So we say òrìṣà àkókò ni a fi ń bọ àwọn òrìṣà wọ̀nyí. So we appease them according to a particular period of time. So that is that. Àkókò wọ̀nyí sì yàtọ̀ láti agbègbè sí agbègbè. You know, we worship all these orishas differently. We appease them, we celebrate them differently. Like for instance now, in the month of August, this August now, there are some orishas that will be celebrated, while the following month, some as well will be celebrated. This July, some you know, some have been celebrated as well in this month of July, next month, upper month, and so on and so forth. So that's what this book is saying. Àwọn àkókò wọ̀nyí sì yàtọ̀ síra wọn. So àwọn agbègbè mìíràn a máa ṣe ọdún Ọ̀rúnmìlà láàrin oṣù kẹfà ọdún. You know, some do celebrate Ọ̀rúnmìlà every oṣù kẹfà, every June. Oṣù kẹfà is June, you know, every June of every year. You know, àwọn agbègbè mìíràn sì máa ń ṣe nínú oṣù kẹjọ. Some celebrate their òrìṣà in the month of August, you know, next month. So ọdún ní kété tí wọ́n bá ṣe ọdún Ògún tán, you know, after Ògún celebration. So bí a ti rí àwọn tí ó ń ṣe ọdún Ògún pàápàá ní oṣù kẹjọ ọdún, la rí àwọn tí ó ń ṣe nínú oṣù kẹsàn-án. So some celebrate Ògún in the month of August, while some celebrate in the month of September. Oṣù kẹsàn-án is September. So èyí fi hàn ní pé kì í ṣe ọjọ́ kan náà tàbí àkókò kan náà ni a máa ń ṣe ọdún àwọn òrìṣà wọ̀nyí nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. So we do not celebrate our òrìṣàs the same time or the same period in Yoruba land. So we do not celebrate them the same time or the same period. Okay, so let's continue. So bí ó bá jẹ́ Ọbàtálá, àwòrò rẹ̀ yóò sọ pé Ọbàtálá mo pè, Ọbàtálá mo pè. So that is just some incantation. So lẹ́yìn pípe òrìṣà ni àwòrò náà yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní mú gbogbo nǹkan tí àwọn olóòṣà náà wà fi tọrẹ fún. So this is just the way our olórishas appease their orishas. I don't think that is necessary because we are not to do that by ourselves. So it's just explaining how our aworos used to appease the orishas. So let's go to the next paragraph. We are about to finish. Ohun pàtàkì tó yẹ kí a tọ́ka sí báyìí ni ipò tí àwọn òrìṣà wọ̀nyí wà lóde òní. So this book is saying that what is important now is for us to talk about the position of our orishas nowadays. Nowadays, what is the position of our orishas nowadays? Ohun pàtàkì tí ó yẹ kí a tọ́ka sí báyìí ni ipò tí àwọn òrìṣà wọ̀nyí wà lóde òní. So the position of our orishas nowadays is what is important that we should talk about now. Ó dájú pé bí a bá ti ní ohun méjì nílé, ọ̀kan kò ní ṣàì wuni ju èkejì lọ. This book is saying that when you have two things, definitely you would love one more than the second one. So you cannot love them equally. Ó tilẹ̀ sì ń yọ nínú òwe Yorùbá pé èyí wù mí kò wù ọ́ lọmọ ìyá méjì fi ń gbáwó ọbẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. We have an adage that says that what I love may not be what you want. What I want may not be what you want. Okay, so we know that we have to, there is a preamble. This book is trying to tell us something. So just pay attention to that. Kí ẹ̀sìn Kristi ó tó dé ni àwọn wọ̀nbílíkì wọ̀nbíà ti bà èrò rere àwọn ìgbà láyéláyé jẹ́ nípa àwọn òrìṣà wa. You can see, even before Christianity, you can see what this book is saying now, that even before the advent of Christianity, there are greedy people, there were greedy people who are like sabotage, who are the people who, like, I can even say they are the ones who destroyed, who allowed these Abrahamic religions to penetrate into our religion, to confuse us and to distract our attention, away from our own ancestral path. So this book is saying, kí ẹ̀sìn Christianity tó dé. So before the advent of Christianity in our land, we had wọ̀nbílíkì wọ̀nbíà, greedy people. So we had people tí bà èrò rere àwọn ìgbà láéláé jẹ́ nípa àwọn òrìṣà. So there used to be bad people that time that were sabotaged, that of course they are the ones who speak bad about our orishas. So let's continue with that. Àwọn ará ìgbàanì, gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ti ṣàlàyé tẹ́lẹ̀, ń rán àwọn òrìṣà wọn sí Olódùmarè ni. So as we've said that in the past, our ancestors used to send our orishas to Olodumare. Wọ́n bọ wọ́n pẹ̀lú ìgbàgbọ́. So we appease them with the belief that pé ohunkóhun tí ó bá jẹ́ rere tí wọ́n fẹ́ ni òrìṣà yóò gbà fún wọn lọ́dọ̀ Ẹlẹ́dàá. So we believe that whatever we want, whatever good things that we want, that our orishas will table them all to Olodumare for them to be granted. So Olodumare kò kúkú dá ẹnikẹ́ni ní ibi. So God did not create anybody to be bad. Olodumare kò kúkú dá ẹnikẹ́ni ní ibi, kò sì dá ẹnikẹ́ni láàrọ̀ àwọn ọmọ aráyé ni ó ń fọwọ́ wọn fa ibi. You can see that Olodumare kò sí ká ẹnikẹ́ni láàrọ̀. He did not create, Olodumare didn't create us bad, and he did not create us crippled. But some of us cause bad things for ourselves. Some of what we are facing is as a result of the way we have lived our life. Okay, the consequence of what we have done is what many of us are reaping, and that is exactly what this book is explaining. That Olodumare did not die, did not create us, did not wish anybody bad, but we cause a lot of things. There are some consequences of what we've done to ourselves, and that's exactly what we are facing. And this book is telling you that Olodumare did not create us bad, but some of what we are facing are as a result of what we have done to ourselves. Okay, so the consequence of what we have done to ourselves is what we are reaping. So, and that means it is not Olodumare who is hurting any of us. So àwọn àbàyéjẹ́ ló sọ òrìṣà dèké. You can see the bad people, they are the ones who turn our orishas to bad messengers. Àwọn àbàyéjẹ́ ló sọ òrìṣà dèké. Exactly what we have today. So exactly what we have today, that we have people who are bad people for no reason, or because of their own selfish interest. So they began to promote, they began to say bad things about orishas. They began to speak bad about them. And that's exactly what this book is saying, that Olodumare that created our orishas knew why he created them. So he created them for a purpose, and the purpose why he created them is what we are getting, right? Because we send them to Olodumare, we appease them. But some people who are bad people, they've turned the back of all our, many of our fellow Africans against our orishas, because they call them evil. They preach against them, and that's exactly what this book is saying, that àwọn àbàyéjẹ́ ló sọ òrìṣà di èké. Wọ́n lo ẹ̀sìn ìbọ̀rìṣà. Àwọn ló sọ ẹ̀sìn ìbọ̀rìṣà di ohun eléèbú fúnra wọn. So they are the ones, these ọ̀bàyéjẹ́, these bad people are the ones who turn our orishas to bad messengers. So àwọn ló sọ ẹ̀sìn ìbọ̀rìṣà. They turn our traditional religion to evil, to bad things, and they turn the back of our brothers and sisters against our own ancestral paths. So nípa ìfẹ́ láti dé ipò gíga, because of their selfish interest. I've said that, because they want to be great. Like for instance now, all these primary religious leaders, they are lying to their followers. They will never tell them the truth. They know that Olodumare created our orishas, and they will keep on telling their followers, they keep on abusing our orishas, they keep on cursing our orishas in front of their members for their selfish interest. You can see them, flying jets. You can see them living the big life. You can see them buying luxury cars, and you can see them building universities, schools, they are just living fine because of what they want. So they say bad things about our orishas. They lie, and and that's exactly what this book is saying. Nípa ìfẹ́ láti dé ipò gíga, because they want to be great. Then they began to say bad things about orishas. And I'm very sure Olodumare will judge them. Àṣẹ. Yálà nídìí òrìṣà, láàrin ẹbí tàbí láàrin ìlú. So they want to be good. They want people to love them. So we have them even in our own Isese. We still have bad people there. We have sabotage. We have people who are bad people. They don't want, like now, I think I remember this. Let me just say this. There is a guy on TikTok. The guy is very. In fact, I used to watch his videos. He used to share tips on some of the power that we have in Yoruba land. So he used to share the tips how to make a particular charm or whatever. I used to share it. I used to watch his video. But I think yesterday he said, if you, for those who are, he just made use of that language. He said shashe, and I know what he's talking about. He's trying he's encouraging those scammers. So he released a particular charm for them, because he said, you guys that are shashe, if you want to tie your clients down, you can imagine because of what you want, because you want popularity, because you want to be great, you want people to love you. So you are now telling them what they can use to scam people. You know, that's exactly what this book is saying. Even in the midst of our Isese, the people that our Isese followers, some of them are still very bad. Okay, they are still very bad because of their selfish interest. So because you have a particular power, or you have a secret of a charm, and you now, because of the fact that you want to be popular, you want people to love you, you are now encouraging scammers, you know, to be shammy people, you know, to be putting spell on people for them to be scammed. Okay, so that is exactly what this book is talking about. That nípa ìfẹ́ láti dé ipò gíga, yálà nídìí òrìṣà, láàrin ẹbí tàbí láàrin ìlú, nípa ìfẹ́ láti jẹ́ ajẹ̀yìnwẹ̀yìn, ajẹ̀yìnwẹ̀yìn, you know, very, you know, ajẹ̀yìnwẹ̀yìn, like people who are very greedy people, ajẹ̀yìn, that you can, they can embezzle anything, you know. So irúfẹ́ àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣọ́ ara wọn di, okay, irúfẹ́ àwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ ara wọn di anìkànjọpọ́n nídìí òrìṣà. You know, they are followers of Orishas, and they are still doing bad. Okay, they are still doing bad. So kí ọwọ́ wọn bá lè tọ́ ohun tí wọ́n ń fẹ́. You know exactly what I just told you. A guy who has, at least that guy has done a video that, in fact, he has done more than 20 videos, you know, where he do explain the secret of our charms that we have in Yoruba land. So yesterday I was watching him. He said he will share a secret for those who are scammers. You know, can you imagine? He said shashe, that if you want to tie your client down. So I just didn't want to bring the guy. I could have downloaded the video and play it for you guys, for you to watch, but I just let him be. But if he's watching this video, I'm sure he will know that I'm talking to him. So it's very wrong. So you know that our Orishas do not like bad characters. You know that our Orishas do not like hurting our fellow humans. Then you are now, because you have a power, you are now sharing that power for people to use and scam their fellow humans. You know, it is very, very wrong. And that's exactly what this book is saying. So because of what they want to eat, because of what they want, they are now misbehaving. So kí wọ́n bá lè tẹ ohun tí wọ́n ń fẹ́, wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wá ọ̀nà ibi. You know, you can see they will be looking for bad, you know, they will be looking for bad ways to hurt their fellow humans. Ọ̀nà ìpalára, you know, the same thing that I just said, fún ẹnì kejì wọn. You can see exactly what I just, in fact, I watched the guy's video yesterday, and this book is specifically talking about such a person, you know, because of what they want, because of what they want to achieve, because of what they want to eat. So they are now wishing their fellow humans bad, you know, which is very, 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 very bad. And thank you very much. Okay, so because of what they want, they began to wish their fellow humans bad, you know. So it's very, very wrong. It's very wrong. So so they will kill their fellow, they will kill their friend because of what they want. They can kill their friend because of what they want. They can kill their family member because of what they want. Because of what they want is exactly what I just said. So you are hurting your fellow human because of what you want, because you want to be popular, because you want people to be praising you. So you are sharing a sham that can hurt your fellow human. Okay? You are sharing a sham that can make your fellow human cry. You are sharing a sham that can hurt your fellow human by encouraging people to scam their fellow humans, you know. So it's very, very wrong. And that's exactly what this book is explaining. And these are the people who are spoiling the image of our Isese. They are the ones spoiling the image of our Isese. Because of the power they have, they are misusing them. Okay? So, láti ìgbà tí àwọn Òṣónú ti mókè nídìí òrìṣà ni ẹ̀sìn ìbọ̀rìṣà ti di àyímúsí. Oh my God. You can see, you know, can you see? Láti ìgbà tí àwọn Òṣónú ti mókè nídìí òrìṣà ni ẹ̀sìn ìbọ̀rìṣà ti di àyímúsí. You know all these powerful Olorishas, all these bad Babalawos, for instance, or all these bad Aboriginals, they are the ones who even spoil the image of our traditional religion today. So as much as we are blaming the abnormal religions, we should as well blame ourselves. Because some of these powerful people, some of them misuse their power. Some of them misuse their power because they have, like for instance now, we have Babalawos or Onishegun, let's say for instance Onishegun, Herbalists who make shams for thieves. We have them, they make shams for them to hurt their fellow humans. Okay, so this is exactly what this book is saying. As I just told you, the guy that I watched on TikTok, he was sharing, he said he's good. I don't know whether he has shared the video, but he said categorically in the episode that he did yesterday that I watched, he said, oh, for those of you, and you in Shashe, this is exactly how he said it. He said, and you in Shashe, to buy the ola, ma share, you can tell ma fi decline to him mole. This is exactly how the guy said it. And you in Shashe, to buy the ola, ma share, you can see ma fi decline. You know, I'm just avoiding defamation of character. That is why I wouldn't want to bring him up, you know, on my page, because I will have exposed him. But because of the defamation of character, I don't want to attack him. I'm not scared of him spiritually, but because of defamation of character, I know what the law says about, you know, attacking people, because he said it. He did not say scam, but he said, our client in mole. So we Yorubas, we know what that means, okay? And he is a traditionalist. You can imagine. So because you want to be popular, because you want people to love you, you are now sharing such a secret, okay? It's very, very bad. And that is exactly what this book is saying, that àwọn olóríṣà tí wọ́n ti mókè, àwọn tó ti mókè, àwọn ló ń ba ẹ̀sìn àbáláyé jẹ́, because of the power they have, they believe that they can do and undo, and nobody will touch them, okay? So, and that is láti ìgbà tí àwọn Òṣónú, láti ìgbà, for those of you who understand Yoruba very well, láti ìgbà tí àwọn Òṣónú ti mókè nídìí òrìṣà ni ẹ̀sìn ìbọ̀rìṣà ti di àyímúsí. You know, that is, you know, because those people who are the bad ones, the bad eggs among our Olorishas, you know, when they became, you know, the time they started having names, you know, when they became very popular, or they became, when they started, you know, making names, you know, moke, that's when, you know, that is when, because of their bad character, because they are bad eggs, you know, they are the ones who made all these abnormal religions, all these people who are haters of our religion, you know, they now made, they cause the reason why our religions is now a laughing stock, you know, yimusi. So, tí ó dohun tí kò gbayì mọ́, you know, that is the reason, because of the way they are misusing their power. That is why we lost, or we are losing our integrity as a traditionalist or as a Yoruba religion followers. So they are the ones because they misuse their power. So that is it. So bí àwọn òṣónú wọ̀nyí sì ti ń kú tí ọmọ wọn ń gba ipò náà ni wọ́n tún ń ṣe bí bàbá wọn ti ṣe. You can see like the guy that said he will be sharing a secret of how scammers will be scamming their clients, you know. Definitely, maybe this is how his father that gave him that power, this is how he lived his life, you know, before he died. So this is what his father did. Then he now inherited that bad character from his father. Okay, so this is definitely this is how his father lived his life. So, and he as well, he will still pass on that bad character to his own child as well. And he calls himself Olorisha. And he even put something like Odu at the back of his, you know, he made it. I do watch him. He put his, you know, I think I cannot even remember the Odu father he put at the back, and he's putting that at his back and telling people that he will share a video he will share a video. I mean that he will explain how to do a sham to tie your clients down. You know, he was telling scammers that, you know, so which is very, very bad. She's very, very bad. Okay. Let me read comments. Okay. Baba, I would like to ask if there is an Ile in the diaspora and there is no official Egbe. If someone has had their head and Odu reading, can the person to approach and Orisha be assigned? Can I get this question now? Baba, I would like to ask if there is an Ile in the diaspora and there is no official Egbe. If someone has had their head and Odu reading, can the person to approach and Orisha be assigned by head? Please, sorry, if you can reframe this question so that I will understand what you are talking about. K6 Nicole. Sorry, please, if you can reframe that question so that I can get what you are saying. These people always meet someone horrible fate, and yet they still keep trying. Please, cases, if you can reframe that question so that I can understand what you are talking about. Okay, thank you very much. So let's continue. So I'm about to finish so that we can be through with this Olodumare insights. So èyí kò gbọdọ̀ yani lẹ́nu nítorí pé Gàmbàrí kì í bímọ kó má rankùn, ọmọ tí erin bá bí ni erin jọ. You know, that is it. It's exactly what I've said. So because of the father that gave birth, because of where they came from, so that is how they do in their home. You know, ọmọ tí erin bá bí lẹ̀rin jọ. So for those of you who are Yorubas, you understand that adage. So ibà ṣíṣín la lè rí nínú àwọn olórìṣà wọn ni tí àwọn olóòṣà kò tí ì fi ìwà anìkànjọpọ́n bàjẹ́ kí àwọn òyìnbó tó mú ẹ̀sìn Kristi wá sáàrin wa ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. You can see. So this is the reason. This is the reason we caused this. In fact, when I went to Badagry slave trade, slave market, you know, I saw the well where the where they used to give water to our ancestors to drink, and when they drink that water, they will forget everything about their life. You know, they will just forget. They will be unconscious. They will not know what they are doing again. So, and of course, our ancestors gave them that sham. You know, they gave them that sham, and that is, they were able to penetrate us through our own, as some of our ancestors, and that's exactly what this book is talking about. So the sabotage, the people who are betrayers. They are the ones who allowed our religions to be a laughing stock, you know. So they are the ones who allow even the Christian religion to come in and began to confuse our people, you know. So kò ní ṣàì jẹ́ pé inú ipò àìṣedédé yìí ni àwọn Yorùbá bá ẹ̀sìn ìbọ̀rìṣà. You can see, you know, this is what they met. They met the you know, because even on my this thing that I'm doing now, there are so many of these bad people that have been messaging, commenting, you know, commenting as illogical comments, you know, unconstructive criticism. You can see. So they are bad people, you know, many of them are bad, and that is why, and this is exactly what the Olodumare religions met. And when they see that, oh, these people, they're not united, let us break into their system and take over. Okay, so kò ní ṣàì jẹ́ pé inú ipò àìṣedédé yìí ni àwọn òyìnbó bá ẹ̀sìn ìbọ̀rìṣà. Èyí sì mú kí iṣẹ́ yá wọn ní tiwọn. You know exactly what I said. So when they came, they saw that we were not even organized. They saw that we do not even love ourselves. You know, so all of these things is the reason why the the Olodumare religions were able to successfully you know, distort our system. Okay, so wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìwàásù wọn pé ẹ̀sìn ìbọ̀rìṣà kò dára. You can see. So they began to preach against our own religion. So ẹ̀sìn ìbọ̀rìṣà kò tọ́ súnà. You know, that is, when they came, they saw that we were not united. They saw the way we were behaving. So they now began to preach to our brothers and sisters to come to their own faith. You can see. So, ṣé bí igi kò bá ní ihò èèrà kì í wọ̀, you know, it's an adage. That is, if you don't show your weaknesses to people, nobody will know your weak point. So we showed our weaknesses to them, and they were able to penetrate. So àwọn olùdarí ẹ̀sìn Kristẹni rohun tọ́ka sí. So they were able to now say, oh, you can see, look at that, for instance, Baba Ologunka. Okay, so because someone offends you, you just you know, you just cause the person because you have the power to just sham people. Then you misuse the power. And that is why even the power is no more like the way it used to be in the past, because of the way they are misusing it. So they will say, I will do this because they don't care how you feel. So if you offend them, they will just you know, curse you or do whatever to you. Okay, and that's exactly what this book is saying. So they began, you know, when Christianity came, the people that brought Christianity, when they came, they began to make reference to what our own Olorisha were doing as at that time, and they now as a result of that, they were able to penetrate, and they were able to convince our people. Let me read comments. People always say that's okay. If there is a group in the diaspora but no temple nearby, can an Orishashai be their representative? If there is a group in the diaspora but no temple nearby, if there is a group in the diaspora, there is no temple nearby. What group, please? What group? Orisha should be assigned to be their Olorisha in the diaspora. Orisha should, like, can an Orisha child be assigned to be their Olorisha in the diaspora? Of course, if you have a group and maybe you have a particular Orisha that you honor, you can choose someone who you trust to be your representative as well? You know, I'm not getting that question perfectly yet, but I think I'm understanding you gradually.